Hey guys, happy day. So here's the video series, right? I'm gonna start here with the basics of what is a yoni egg and how do you choose the one that's right for you, right? That's like the base level to start with. Is the most common question that I get for anyone who is not familiar with yoni eggs or crystals in general. So I figured let's just start there. Like let's get us a solid foundation and build our way up. So, what is a yoni egg? First, a yoni is our womb space as a woman, so your vagina. And so, yoni is the word that is quite often used to describe the vagina in a lot of like ancient cultures that have these meditative practices for women really centered around the strength and the power that comes from our womb. Is where life is created, literally. And so we hold life energy. So that is a yoni. And so yoni eggs then are crystals that are formed in the shape of an egg that we insert into our yonis and we use to meditate and pray with. So I like to call my yoni egg a practice. Like it's a practice that I have. It's something that I've added to my toolbox, I guess, of spiritual and meditative tools. So that's just right number one. That's what a yoni egg is in the simplest explanation. But I like to look at yoni eggs as sort of this like dual purpose, like goodness, right? Because folks use crystals all the time. This is not a new fad. This is not like something unheard of. A lot of you may be more familiar with people that use crystals and like set them on their dresser or set them in their window and pray with like rose quartz or clear quartz or something like that. Um, you may have heard of those before, right? And so those have a lot of like really intense spiritual meditative powers that people like to tap into. Fantastic, and that is a huge part of what yoni eggs are for. However, right, like if you just wanted to pray and have the properties of the crystal, you could have a crystal and you could put it on your dresser, or you could keep it in your pocket, or you can keep it, anywhere. And like it's fantastic. Like it's a fantastic practice. I have crystals as well that I use that I keep in my home, um, that I've had for years. So there's that. But what makes the yoni egg sort of this dual goodness is that it's also, I'll just show you one of mine, right? So it's literally in the shape of an egg. I don't know how well you can see that. Literally in the shape of an egg, and you insert it into your yoni. So you also have the added benefit of all the Kegel exercise. So it really does support with vaginal health, with sexual health, and with healthy um, muscles and Kegel exercises and all of that. And so again, like you'll find, I think in the culture, right, of as people are starting to talk about yoni eggs more, you'll find a group of people that use it and talk about it strictly for sex, right? If you just wanted a tool for sex, you could have Kegel balls, which are like little metal balls. They cost a lot less. They're not made of, this crystal, um, really delicate gem material that comes from the earth. So, right, there's the crystal part of it, and then there's the Kegel part of it. I like to say that the blessing of the yoni egg is that you get both in one, because without really taking advantage of both, you could buy one or the other, um, and avoid all of the intricacies that come with the practice of a yoni egg. So that's number one. That's sort of my philosophy. I'm not like a super, super, super one-sided spiritual only user of them, and I'm also not a super, super, super like one-sided explicit sexual user of them. I really do think that there's value in both, and so that value is to be respected and to be acknowledged, whether it's your first time or you are an ongoing user of crystals or kegels or both. So that's, what a yoni egg is, and that is my philosophy to using them and how I always talk to any clients that I'm talking to about them. Like, why should I use it? Well, it's this great dual purpose thing. And so then how do you pick one that's right for you? So with that, I always say, let's start with the more spiritual side, right? So, like, what are you looking to manifest in your life? That's going to be different for every woman. Some women may be like, you know what? I'm really looking to like have love. All right, well, let's start looking at all the crystals that have properties of love, and that support you in manifesting love in your life. That could be rose quartz, that could be rhodonite, that can be jade. There's like so many different crystals that are supportive of love that we would start there. If a woman is like, you know what, I'm like starting a couple new businesses, like I'm really focusing on success this year, like I want to manifest abundance and money and like let's get it. I'm like, okay, let's start with the eggs that support those properties. So let's start looking at jade first, right? Like jade is a huge supporter of abundance and joy and success. And so let's look there. Let's look there and see if all of the properties of jade feel good for you, if they resonate for you, or if not, what are some other eggs that also support, entrepreneurship and businesses and success and financial support, right? So that's how I would say to pick the egg that works for you. Let's start with what do you want, like in life, like in plain words. If you're not thinking about a crystal or yoni egg or anything like that, what is it that you're looking to create? And then we can start there and we can find you the egg that is right for you. So I'm gonna let you guys get a little bit like intimate with me because I'm gonna show you my eggs. I already showed you one. So this is the first one that I showed you. It's the rhodonite egg. And it's really sunny, which is great for me. Like, I think I look fantastic, this lighting, but I don't think that you can see the egg as well. So I'll try to put it a little closer. I don't know how much that helps, but this is the rhodonite egg. You can see it's like pink, reddish with like some black marbling in there and a couple of like white little striations in there. This was my very first egg. And when I was reading about the different yoni eggs and crystals that were available, this one like spoke to me like so clearly. It is very supportive of creativity, discovering hidden talents, love, and really love. All love. Love is infinite and universal, and we can talk about that separately. But really looking at love from the space of altruism, so of giving, right? And I'm very service minded. And I took a leap of faith last year and started my own business and really went and invested into myself and a job readiness program that I have. And all of that is in service. So I was really looking for something to support me with things that were congruent with where I was in life, right? So there's that. And then Rhodonite is also very supportive of detoxing and health. And so that is also something that is super duper important to me. When I started using these eggs last year, I was actually starting a fast at the same time. So I was detoxing my body. I wanted something that would support me in detoxing also like my spirit, my womb space, my mind, and like really helping me reset and start fresh. And so the rhodonite egg, like I said, it just like spoke to me. Like when I got this egg, when I received it in the mail, I felt all this energy from the egg. Like my heart started beating all fast and it got really full. It was just like it was amazing and it was great, right? Then the second egg that I started using is the rose quartz egg. And it looks kind of clear right now, but again, that's the lighting. It's actually, well, it's not really helping very much, but it's actually like a really pale pink. And this egg is supportive of love. So this is like the mother love egg. It is self-love. It is love of family. It is love of friends. It is romantic love. So if you're looking to have a relationship or if you are in a relationship and are looking to, um, amplify, right, what you already have, it's great for that. And so actually to that point, I just want to put in real quick. A lot of people look and say, well, oh, I'm not really missing love, so I don't need to, try to like manifest that. Okay, nobody says anything is missing. Actually, sometimes if you want to just take what is already great and like boom it up to a superpower, great. Like if you want to just up level anything that is already available and present in your life, these are great for those too. This is not, I don't want anyone to look at this as something that is missing, as filling something that is missing, because just at the corner of who I am, I believe that none of us are missing anything. right? And so it's really a matter of tapping into what's already present, of manifesting and bringing forward what already exists. And so these eggs support us in like really focusing our attention to one thing, focusing our intentions in a certain direction, and supporting that and manifesting then in our lives and in the world. So that's that. And then my other egg that I use is the jade egg. And so this is it. And you'll see this one is hanging on a string. So this is my jade egg. This is the string. You'll see it's like a nice deep green color. If you see it in person, it could almost look black, but it's really, really deep green. And the jade egg is great for, like I said before, success, abundance, joy, right? Also, really in line with everything that I'm up to in my life right now, with starting new businesses and looking to create abundance, like financially in a new way than I ever have before, and having my businesses flourish and be successful. And so, these are the three eggs that I currently use. Um, I'm adding two more to my own personal repertoire. One is blue quartz, and that one is supportive for me. I'm really looking to it support with communication and with my throat chakra. Um, I've felt since last year that there's some work for me to do around my throat chakra, and so the blue quartz is very supportive of that. So that is one of the next eggs I'm getting, and then mookaite is the other egg that I'm adding to my own practice. And that one is very supportive of feminine energy, being in the flow, um, you know, divine manifestation. And again, like in line with everything else probably that I described from these other eggs. So you all get a very clear feel for me and who I am and where I am in life. I am glowing and the glow up and chasing the glow. And so that's what I actually call my Yoni egg collection glow gems, because I'm really into it. And I kind of stumbled upon the name a little bit by accident, but I would just say divine inspiration. Right. So I think we all have some glow in us, and it's just a great way to help let it out. So there's that. And so last thing, because this video is getting a little longer than I intended for it to be, there are drilled and undrilled eggs. So my jade egg is on this string because it's drilled. So there's actually a little hole both sides of the egg. Some of them may be drilled from top to bottom. So you would have the string, it would actually go just vertically. It wouldn't loop up like this one does. So this one is drilled. And then my other two eggs I have, they're undrilled. And so what's the difference, right? Basically, the difference is you can put a string in one and you can't put the string in the other. And what does the string do? So for me, the string is for advanced Kegel exercises. So there are just certain exercises that you can't do without the string, right? If you have the egg in there, you can do the most basic of the Kegel, which is not so basic and not to be like snuffed at, right? So like you have the egg in there, you can contract, you can release, you can pull the egg up, you can push the egg down. Really strength. There's a lot of power just in strengthening your muscles with that. And then if you feel like you're ready to do a little bit more, there are so many different types of exercises that are available using the string. And so that's why I use the string. And that's what I encourage my clients to do. Obviously, you can use the string for easier removal. So if you are using the egg and feel uncomfortable with simply pushing it out, because that is the way that you would remove the undrilled egg. If you're uncomfortable with pushing it out, then the string helps you with that because you can then remove it, right? Um, I like to encourage my clients to try to remove the egg without the string. Even if you buy a drilled egg, I promise it's not gonna get lost up there. It's not gonna hurt anything. Like you're not gonna like squeeze it so far up your body that it like comes out of your mouth. I'm being really extra, but nothing's gonna happen. Like it's gonna get in there. It's gonna find a nice little comfy spot. Um, if you're not engaging it, which is part of the reason why it's so important to engage and do the Kegel exercises with it, and it will come out when it is and you are ready. And so you can push it out. And that's scary for some women, but it's actually really an exercise in trust. It's like trusting yourself and trusting your body to do what it's meant to do. Our bodies are like these beautiful like mechanisms that were built in such a way to take care of themselves, right? Our bodies, especially women's bodies, and our womb space, it is meant to be able to hold energy, hold life, and expel that energy when the time is right. That's the whole process of pregnancy and having a baby and giving birth. We go through it every single month, right? So like our bodies are already made in that way. And so part of the process is trusting yourself and trusting your body that when you use this egg and you get into this practice that you will be able to remove the egg when it's time. So I do encourage my clients, even if they feel like they will want the string so that they can have a little more control over the removal, to just try it without the string and see what that experience is like. But of course, right, I don't want anyone doing anything that makes them so uncomfortable that they don't even enjoy the experience and enjoy what is really the intended purpose of the manifestation and the Kegel exercises and all of the yummy goodness that comes with that. So, do what's comfortable for you, but that's always my recommendation. So, this was video one. This was the basics, right? This was, what is a yoni egg? How do you choose one that's right for you? How did I choose mine? And drilled and undrilled. So very, very like foundational coverage for video one. And I have more to come and some special guests, hopefully, if I can convince them to get on camera. So stay tuned on that. But thank you for watching. Thank you for joining, and keep tuning in. Bye.